You ever hear of audio blogging? Wait, that's what their friends call them. What's it normally called? Podcasts. You ever hear of podcasts? Before podcasts, there was this little guy named the radio. You could listen to music on it and listen to podcasts on it. Sort of like an iPhone. Except for the fact that they weren't called podcasts. They were called talk radio. Instead of having people spin records like a record baby, they would have people talk about a variety of different topics and interview guests. Isn't that just a podcast? Yeah, just wait. I'll get to podcasts, alright? God. A couple of the bigger talk radio shows are the Jim Bohannon Show, the Howard Stern Show, and me, The Dark Wolf Show, on Poopy XM. I love Poopy XM. I love that station. I have it tuned every day when I go to work. It's now 1993. Carl Malamud just created the first internet talk show called The Internet Talk Show. About as good a name as Malamud, if you ask me. This was done by uploading audio files to the internet so then users could download the files and pause and restart them at will. Wait a minute, you can't do that with the radio? The internet machine is dope! Get me one right now, Mom! I want one! I want to listen to Internet Talk Radio by Carl Malamud! In October of 2000, the idea of connecting audio files to an RSS feed was made. Now you may be asking, what's an RSS feed? I don't know. Yeah, I just use one to put the podcast on iTunes. Don't ask me, I'm not a genius. Speaking of iTunes, in June of 2005, Apple put iTunes on podcasts. Never mind, they put podcasts on iTunes. Sorry, my brain gets dyslexic sometimes. Also, it's called podcast now. Get with it or jump off the damn train onto the tracks. Alright. It's called podcast. It's not audio blogging anymore. That name's dumb. Some of the earlier podcasts to pop up are the Ricky Gervais Show, Never Not Funny, and This American Life. None of which I've heard of. A lot of the earlier podcasts were archives of radio shows, though soon enough there would be recorded episodes for the podcast specifically. In 2009, there was an influx of comedy podcasts like WTF with Mark Maron, The David Feldman Show, and this little podcast that never really went anywhere called Joe Rogan. Or as I like to call him, Joey Rogan. Because look at him, he's so cute. Oh, I just want to pinch his cheeks. Now, you might be asking yourself, how did this monkey man named Joseph make these audio blogs so popular? Well, first of all, they're called podcasts. Secondly, I'm not alone when I say I listen to a podcast every day. Over 155 million people listen to a podcast every week, and there are over 700,000 active podcasts. One of the biggest advantages of podcasts is you can be cleaning the litter box while listening to Joe Rogan and Russell Brand talk about DMT for 3 hours. In a lot of people's lives, podcasts have taken the place of music. This is because on a long car ride, you don't want to listen to Queen talk about fucking a car. You want to listen to Joe Rogan and Russell Brand talk about DMT for 3 hours. I already mentioned this, you get it. Okay, let's move on. Podcasts are also easily available to everyone, whether it's on YouTube, Spotify, or iTunes. You can also find one on just about any topic that would be of interest to you. Whether you like it or not, podcasts are here to stay, and the money is clearly there with Joe Rogan's Spotify deal last year. Also, if podcasts disappeared, there would be a giant hole in everyone's lives. This is because a lot of people learn things they otherwise wouldn't have learned had they never listened to that podcast. I know I've learned some valuable things from podcasts, and I've implemented those into my life or have helped me in school. So it's not just listening to Joe Rogan and Russell Brand talking about DMT for 3 hours. Okay, Joe, we get it. You don't need to talk about DMT every other second. We get it. You like it. Okay, move on, please. So weed, huh? Anyway, I can't talk about podcasts without plugging mine. So go listen to Discussion Parade. Please? Okay, bye. Wait, I'm back and I'm in different clothes. And the camera probably moved slightly. I'm here from the future past. Weird. I'm here from the future past to tell you I'm starting a new podcast. Not only will I have Discussion Parade, but I'm going to talk about that band. You ever hear of it? It's called Metallica. I wore a shirt of it all the video, rest of it. You heard me correctly. I'm starting a new channel to post dumb, secondary content stuff, but also post the podcast mainly. So, if you're interested in hearing me ramble about Metallica for about 45 minutes, feel free to go subscribe to that. So, yeah, I'm starting a new podcast. So it'll kind of fit since I made a video about podcasts. So yeah, go subscribe to that. Subscribe to this channel. Share with your friends. I don't know. If you like the video, like it. I don't know. God, I don't make the rules. Just do it, okay? Subscribe to the new podcast, alright? Okay, bye. For real this time, okay? I'm not gonna be back. Probably.